Christmas used to be my favorite time of year. The lights, the laughter, the smell of cookies fresh from the oven, it all felt magical. Until this year. Until I realized that magic had nothing to do with me anymore. My wife, Jessica, and I had been married for 8 years. Or at least, I thought we had. Things had been tense lately, subtle cracks forming in what I had believed was an unshakable bond. She had been distant, distracted, but I brushed it off as stress from work. I never suspected the storm that was brewing right under my nose. It all came crashing down 2 weeks before Christmas. I received an email from her mother, Marlene. Something casual, she claimed. But the words hit me like a sledgehammer. "We would love for you and Alex to join us for Christmas dinner. We want everyone to be together this year. Alex, my replacement." The man who had been quietly slipping into the life I had built, the life I thought was ours. My hands shook as I read the message over and over. My stomach churned. I felt like I had been punched in the gut, and yet I forced myself to breathe. I needed to see this for myself. Christmas Eve arrived. I told Jessica I had plans with friends, a white lie to keep myself from unraveling in front of her. I drove past my old neighborhood, past the house we had dreamed about filling with children's laughter, and ended up sitting in my car across the street from her parents' house. The lights glimmered warmly, a cruel contrast to the cold rage simmering inside me. Through the frosted window, I saw them. My wife, laughing, leaning close to Alex, who wore a smile that made my blood boil. Her parents, smiling and nodding as though this was the most natural thing in the world. It was like watching my life being erased and rewritten without my consent. I wanted to storm in, shout, demand answers, but a strange calm settled over me. This wasn't my war to fight anymore. I realized something that night. I was free. Not free because she had left me, but free from the illusion that I had been in a happy marriage. Free from the betrayal, the lies, the cold indifference masked as affection. By the time I returned home, my mind was made up. I poured myself a drink, sat by the fire, and for the first time in months, I allowed myself to feel relief. The anger, the heartbreak, the betrayal, they were all valid, but they didn't define me. I had survived the worst. I had survived her. The next morning, I received a text from Jessica. "You should have come. Alex is amazing. You would have liked him." I stared at it for a long time, and then I did the only thing I could do. I deleted it. Deleted her number, her messages, every reminder of a life I no longer wanted. I blocked her on every social platform and turned off notifications. It was the final act of taking back control. That Christmas, I didn't spend the day feeling hollow or abandoned. I spent it on a solo hike, watching the snow fall over a frozen lake, marveling at how beautiful the world could be even after heartbreak. I cooked myself a simple dinner, poured a glass of wine, and toasted to freedom, to honesty, and to the strength I didn't know I had until it was tested. Sometimes, betrayal comes disguised as family gatherings and polite invitations. Sometimes, it arrives in the form of someone new stepping into the life you thought was secure. But the real gift isn't in the reconciliation, or the tears, or even in revenge. The real gift is in reclaiming your own life, in realizing that you don't need validation from someone who chose to betray you. I didn't go to Christmas dinner with my wife's family that year, and I never did again. Because the person I needed to be with was me, and finally, I was enough.